Alright, muchachos. So we are going to do problem 3.06, can write. I've already downloaded the starter file and have it open in DrRacket right now. Let's go over the problem. So it says design and function, can write, huh? So sometimes this question mark is pronounced huh, right, like a question. So can write, huh, that consumes an age and whether or not an adult is with you. You can only ride this roller coaster if you are 12 or older or have an adult with you. So we're making a program that rejects, a kid from riding on a roller coaster if they don't meet the requirements, right? So anywho, pause the video and try to work through the steps on your own. We'll go over spoilers in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna assume that you guys took a good swing at it. All right, so let's see. Let's start with the steps as always. Step 1, signature purpose stub. So signature is can write, huh? All right. And it consumes a number, right? Because it consumes an age. So age is best represented with a number and whether or not an adult is with you. So whether or not, that sounds like only 2 possible cases because you're either with an adult or you're not with an adult. So a Boolean works just fine, all right? You can only ride this roller coaster if you are 12 or older or have an adult with you. So you can only ride. So that pretty much states that there are 2 cases, right? You can only write it or you can't write it. So that's another Boolean, all right? So that produces a Boolean, all right? That's the signature done. Let's move on to the purpose. So produce true if the given age is 12 or older or with adult, all right? So that is the purpose. Let's write the stub next. So define can write. So it consumes a number. We're going to call it age. We're going to name it age because that's most representative of what it means. And also with adult, question mark, right? That's the Boolean. And it has to produce a Boolean. So let's just have a dummy value. There we go. So that's the first set of steps done. So now let's come up with some examples. All right. So give myself some room. So check, expect, can write. Whoops, I actually made a typo here because it should be can write question mark, right? So it has to match the signature right here. So I named the function a little wrong here. Just add the question mark at the end, all right? So let's say you are 13 years old, all right? If you're 13 years old, you're old enough to write. So it doesn't matter if you're with a parent or you're not with a parent. So let's just test both cases. So should produce a true, right? Because we should let you on to the roller coaster. So let me just copy and paste this line. So this is without a parent, and this is with a parent. It doesn't really matter. All right, let's do the same for, let's say 12. What happens if you're equal to the given age, right? Well, and we read the problem statement. It says if you are 12 or older. So or older, it means 12 is inclusive. We're going to include 12. So it's also this case. But what if you're 11, all right? So let's just paste this. So if you're 11 and you're not with your parent, right? If with adult is false, then we're not going to let you on. Sorry, all right? But it's for your own good. And if you're 11, but you are with a parent, then we're going to produce true, right? We're going to let you on, right? So that's the set of examples done. Let's just run the examples, right? Make sure we have no typos or anything. Let's see. So it looks fine to me. The test failed, but they're well formed. All right. Okay, so next let's go to the template. So I'm going to turn this stub into a template. So let's see. We got to use age and with adult. All right. I'm going to give myself that done. There we go. All right, so pause break number 2. This should be all the scaffolding needed to solve the problem. Should look through all the previous steps, read the problem statement, etc. I'm gonna go over spoilers for this step in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm gonna assume that you guys took a good swing at it. So there are several ways to go about solving this problem. So let's see, I'm gonna make a copy of the template first and paste it down and comment it out first. So one of the ways you could have solved it is you read the problem statement and go, all right, so you can write this roller coaster if you are 12 or older or you have an adult with you. Sorry, that's a little cut off there. But if, all right, so if, you can see there's some decision making going on here. So you can conclude All right, I need to use an if. And we're just going to try to translate the sentence into racket code. So let's see, if you're 12 or older, so if age is greater than or equal to 12, all right, that's this step here. And all right, if you are, then we'll produce true. Otherwise, we do another if here to test if you're with an adult. All right, so we can do like, Boolean equal question mark true, but we don't really have to do this, right? If with adult is true, because with adult is already true or false, right? It's already a Boolean. So we don't have to, test if this equals to true, because it is true if it is true. And it's pretty much going to test that by itself. So try to run through that in your head if you don't understand it. Pause the video and stuff, right? But anywho, if you're with an adult, then we also want to produce true, right? Otherwise, if you're not older than 12 and you're not with an adult, right, we want to produce false. So we just do that. And we run this, all the tests should pass, and so they do. But you can see that this nested if is a little kind of hard to read. So we can, use a cond. So whenever you see a nested if statement, you can use a cond in place of that, all right? So let's just copy this. And I'm just going to convert this to a cond. It's cond. There we go. Going to wrap these two. I do indented. There we go. All right, so if your age is 12, produce true, all right? Let's do the other case with adult. You're also true. Produce true if you're with an adult. Otherwise, false. All right, that's this case right here. So let's just delete this if statement here. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to delete this for now and run the test. It should pass. Again, it's just the same code, just a more neater way of writing it, all right? All right, so I'm going to comment both of these out because there's one other way that you can derive the solution, and that is by looking at the signature, right? Can write consumes a number and a Boolean and produces a Boolean. So this is where you would go to the BSL documentation. So I would just right click, a keyword like if, and then search and help task for Boolean. And then let's see, just click one of these and you can look for a function that produces a Boolean. All right. So in my case, I know what I need to do. I need to use or. So there we go right here. So evaluates true if any one of these expressions is true. All right. So let me just write this in the last neatest way as possible. You can also find these in the hints. So if you pause the video during the template step, you could go in and try to look at the hints here. It tells you to use or, right? But this is the more neatest solution. But we're not going to dock you on points if you, come up with the if or con case. You don't have to come up with the neatest code, just the best working code. So, or if you're greater than 12, right? So you're older than 12. If you are 12 and older, or you're with an adult, and then this would just produce the expected result. All right, so I'm gonna delete these two implementations for now, just so you can see that all our tests still pass. All right, so 3 separate ways of deriving the problem. You can either derive it from reading the purpose statement, or the problem statement, or the purpose statement, and just try to directly translate that into racket code with an if. Or you can, see that first you write this and you go, all right, I can probably tidy it up with a cond, this second step here. But then you'll see, this is just using an or, and this, takes some practice to do, but eventually you'll get there. And yeah, 3 separate solutions for this one problem. But I'm going to use this solution for now, because it's the shortest and cleanest one. And I'm just going to hand it in. You're not going to be docked points if you come up with the other solutions though, so it's all the same. So this is can write, password is you, hand it in. All right, so now let's go over to the server. So let's see, https://jestlearn.com 7979 advanced, proceed. So user U. Let's check our score. And we have 6 out of 6. All right. Thank you for watching, He-Man. If you wish to interact with more of your kind, join our Discord linked in the description or on screen. If you want to aid in my quest for world domination, consider hitting the sub button. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, thumbs down if you didn't. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, fire away below. Also, check out the annotations on screen for the next relevant video.